And so we took our wives' credit cards because they were making the money. We went to Home Depot and we bought the pipes, and we spent the next week building out potato guns. Super fun. And then the next Monday I was back in school, and I remember sitting there thinking about my business, and all of a sudden I had the epiphany, like the light bulb moment, where I was like, I wonder if anyone else besides me was searching for potato guns this week. I don't know. And I searched, and there were about 18,000 people a month searching for potato gun plans and spud guns, and I was like, that's it. That's gonna be my business. I'm gonna potato gun expert. First, it was just a tool for me. Like, that was really the initial goal of ClickFunnels. Like, and then after I started using it and I was having success, I was like, we have to make this a tool for everyone. Like, it'll free all entrepreneurs. My initial goal is not to make you $1 billion. My initial goal is to get you to break even. Now you have a tool that will consistently all day long give you free customers. I want you to do it now while you're in the moment, while you remember why it's important, why you saw me do it, so you don't forget and we can get it. And worst case, like, this will be the worst one you ever do. The next one you do will be better. It's not about the people watching you. It's about you guys, about us learning our voice. That's the most important thing. Someone the other day was upset about something I did. They're like, well, my dad always taught me to play nice. I was like, oh, well, my dad taught me to win. My goal for the next 3 years is if I can give you guys some tools and some things that'll help you to change more people's lives in your world, then for me, that's a huge win. What is that thing for your business? Like, what's the one huge domino that if you can knock that thing down, everything else becomes obsolete? You have to lead them to the answer, but you can't give it to them. They have to come up with the idea themselves. You plant the idea in their minds with a story, and if they come up with the answer, then they sold themselves.
He's a marketing genius. That's his brilliance.
Russell rhymes with funnel.
How to market, how to promote, and even how to sell.
He's here to help entrepreneurs create amazing lives.
And on a grand scale.
What's up, everybody? How you guys all doing this beautiful Friday as we are preparing for the weekend and for literally, I think we're at 18 days from Funnel Hacking Live, which is crazy. Some of you guys know I have 10 presentations. I'm starting officially on Monday, which means I have to do a presentation every day for the next 10 days, leading up to the biggest, the greatest, the best show of all time, Funnel Hacking Live, number 10, The Last Dance. As you guys know, this is the last Funnel Hacking Live we are doing. We've done it for 9 years in a row, and we decided to end out the decade with an insanely cool party in Las Vegas, Nevada. Coming up, it's February 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th. If you already have your seats, congratulations. You can just not stress about it and just celebrate with us. If you don't have your seats yet, my goal today is to push you over the edge and get your seats at funnelhackinglive.com. Go and save your seats for the last ever Funnel Hacking Live. It's going to be insane. Tickets are selling out faster for this than we've ever done in the past. And what's crazy is we've sold out every single year Funnel Hacking Live. And I guarantee we're going to sell out this year as well because a couple of reasons. Number one, we had tons of people who went to 1 or 2 in the past and they want to come back for a big family reunion. So it's going to be the greatest funnel hacking family reunion of all time. But number 2, a lot of people who've always said, like, in the future, I'm going to come in the future. And they keep waiting and waiting. And now they know there is no tomorrow. This is the last dance. This is the last chance. So if you don't have your tickets yet, come and get them. Come hang out with us. It's going to be a life-changing experience at the last ever Funnel Hacking Live. We got a lot of insanely cool speakers, but one of my favorite speakers I'm going to introduce you guys to today. This is somebody who I actually met initially. We'd like seen each other virtually a bunch of times, but the very first time we had a chance to meet each other was at an event. We're at an event. We saw each other. We started talking, and from there we built friendships, we built partnerships, we built businesses, we've helped build charities, like so many things, amazing things in my life in the last 20 years all came from me saying, yes, I'm going to go to an event. And then I met this guy in the lobby. We became friends, business partners, and a whole bunch of other things. And so that's the value of events. And he is one of my favorite humans on this earth. He's probably one of the best people I've ever met, bar none, him and his wife and his family, and just love him and grateful for him. And today we're going to talk about some of the stuff he's going to be doing at Funnel Hacking Live this year. So with that said, let's put our hands together for Stu McLaren. What's up, Stu? How you doing, man?
What's happening, Russell? Who would have thought that conversation at the urinal would lead to these decades of friendships?
The best pee break I ever took.
Yeah.
So crazy, dude. It's so good to see your face. I cannot wait to be seeing you here in like 2.5, 3 weeks from now. And I think you've been at every Funnel Hacking Live, right?
Well, I mean, I wasn't going to say this, but I am pretty proud of the fact that I think other than Garrett White, I think I think I have graced the and had the honor of stepping on the Funnel Hacking Live stage more than anybody else other than Garrett White. Like, I
Yeah.
think I might even be just above Tony Robbins, which, listen, if anybody can say that they're like one notch above Tony Robbins, I'll take it, but I'm super grateful, buddy. Super excited. Like, you put on the most epic show and event for entrepreneurs that I have ever experienced. And I will 100% be there and can't wait to bring a whole bunch of people. Like, I'm bringing people. I'm like, listen, if you haven't experienced an event until you've been to Funnel Hacking Live, like it's amazing.
Oh, it's so fun. I was doing a podcast this morning. I was talking a little bit about this. And I was like, you think about this for most entrepreneurs, and this is how I was, at least before, like we met before events. Like I was in my home, I was a little spark. I was excited. I was like trying to figure things out. And then going to the event the very first time, it was like, there were all these people who were like an inferno, like they were on fire, big old flames. And I took my little spark out, is hiding in Boise, Idaho, all by myself. I came out there and I caught on fire. I was like, this is insane. And I went back and I had that fire and that flame. I think what's so cool about stuff like this, you have a chance to come in and you plug into all these other people's energies. You like meet a new friend group, you meet new people who think like you and act like you. And it's just like, I don't know, the coolest experience ever.
You know what it is too, Russell? Like, oftentimes we're just in our world and we only see what we see and we don't realize what's possible. But, coming to an event like this, your eyes just like get opened to like what is possible. And it creates a different level of belief in yourself. And what I know to be true is that like we are only ever going to achieve what we believe is possible. And what I love about Funnel Hacking Live is you expand our world of possibility and expand our world of belief. We come out of that believing not only it's possible, that it's possible for us and that it's possible for us right now. And so, like, if you've ever felt like you've been in that rut or not quite sure, you're not really reaching your potential yet, like that's why you got to come to this event, because your mind gets opened to what's possible and it creates a whole another level of belief in yourself.
So cool. Yeah, I've told people before, Mike, I feel like my number one role here at ClickFunnels is like the belief cheerleader. If I need people to believe in themselves that they can actually do this, like that's the big win. So
yeah,
now
sure.
A couple of things I want to talk about, because you've been at Funnel Hacking Live every year, sometimes as a speaker, but every single time as obviously we raise money for you and your wife's charity. And I've had a chance now to go to Africa, 4 or 5 times with you and hang out. But I would love to just, before we get into like what you're gonna be talking about Funnel Hacking Live, just so people understand, I think your big mission and the thing that you kind of sparked inside of me, because I was always just an entrepreneur making money for myself. And it wasn't until you were like, hey, Russell, you can use this money to change a lot of people's lives. But will you talk about just the charity a little bit and what you guys do? Because I want people to understand, like, making money is great, but like having that money to be able to change other people's lives is what really makes it like amazing. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people miss that.
Yeah. Well, listen, I got to give credit to my wife, Amy. She's the one that, really opened my eyes to the opportunity we have as entrepreneurs. But for a long time, Russell, and I know that you probably never have experienced this, but I definitely did. And I think there's probably some others that might be watching and listening that have experienced this. But I used to feel really guilty about making a lot of money. Like I remember there was a point in time in my business where I got to like mid 6 figures. It was about 400,000. That was actually my threshold. And I just could not break it. I could not break through that amount. And I had no idea why. I was trying all the things. I was doing all the things, but I could never break through. And it wasn't until Amy took me to Kenya and we were looking to build our very first school, excuse me, for a charity that we started. And I was talking to the chairman of this community, and I was just asking like what things cost. And I just happened to ask, like, what does it cost to fund the full-time salary of a teacher? And he thought for a moment and he said, it's about $100 a month. And like this light bulb went off, because the product that I was selling online at the time was $100. And I was just like, well, it was $97. But I was just like, okay, wait a minute. If I just make one more sale and I just contribute that to funding the full-time salary of the teacher, imagine the impact that could have. And then the real light bulb went off, which was like, well, what if I just make a boatload more money and I just give a whole lot more to the people and causes I'm passionate about? Like, imagine the impact that could have. And what I realized in that moment was that the more money we make, the more impact we can have. And it was like a cheat code. because it just unlocked like this permission for me to go and make a whole lot of money. And from that point forward, like I went from being stuck at $400,000 a year, never being able to break through. The very next year crossed $1 million, very next year crossed another $1 million. And since we've crossed, 8 figures in our business every year, and we haven't looked back. And it's because the more money we make, the more impact we can have. We can give it to people and causes that we're passionate about. We can create amazing experiences for those that we love. And there's no better feeling of that. I was just talking to an entrepreneurial friend of mine. His name's Cody this week. And, sadly, his dad, has just recently been diagnosed with leukemia. And his parents are really concerned. They're not sure like how they were going to pay for the medical expenses, and not sure how they were going to pay for his dad to go get the chemo treatments and the drugs. It was like more than $1,000 a month, and it was expensive. And Cody's just like, I got this. And he launches, like in his case, a new membership, and he just went into like growth mode, and he's had his best year ever because he's got a bigger why. And that's really what this boils down to, is like when you have a bigger why, it's like a cheat code to success, and you open up and the universe is just like, yes, okay, let's go. Let's give him or her what they need. And it's just like, it's an amazing process. So yeah. I was just looking around for, here it is. This is the picture when we opened our last school. This is the president of Kenya. And,
So cool.
it was pretty epic. And I'm just so grateful for the opportunities that we have as entrepreneurs to be able to use our gifts and skills to be able to make a huge impact.
Oh yeah, it's so cool. And I think, like I said, you were the one that got me hooked to that and got me addicted to it. And I didn't know I needed it until I started doing it. And like the very first time, and this, we've helped donate money mostly because I love you and love Amy. And so we'd help for your charity. And then the very first time, or one of the times you went to Africa, you invited us to go. I'm like, I'm not going to Africa. There's no way. And then you guys were down there, you and David Fry. And I remember you made a video of the school that we'd helped build and sent this video clip to me. And I remember I was sitting in church and I just come out between breaks and I got this text message. I looked at it and it was this video. I clicked play and it was you and David. You're like, hey, Russell, come check this out. And you went in the classroom. These kids are like, thank you, Russell. Thank you, Colette. And like, I'm sitting there bawling my eyes out in the hallway. I'm like, ah. And I go show Colette, and then she's crying, and then she's like, "We need to go to Africa next year." I know we need to, and then and then we got addicted to the giving side of this business, which a lot of people, I don't know, like we never done it before. So I'm just grateful for you doing that. And my goal is by coming to Funnel Hacking Live, you guys get introduced to that as well, like understanding the power of like the giving, because you'll find out really quickly after you start making money that the feeling is not what you think it's going to be. You're thinking it's like, I'm going to be whatever. And then you have it, it's like, oh, and then the feeling actually comes when you start sharing and giving. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, that's what I was hoping for. And the faster we can get you guys to that transition point, like Stu said, it'll unlock stuff. You'll feel good about growing, but then you actually get the fulfillment from money because you think the money's going to fulfill you and it never does. It's what you do with the money that gives you the fulfillment and just changes the whole game. So there's something you didn't know you were going to get at Funnel Hacking Live this year, but it's coming for you. So we have all sorts of other hidden surprises for you guys. But that has nothing to do with what you're talking about, because this year you're going to be speaking about some cool stuff. So do you want to, I obviously know what you're talking about, but do you want to tell people a little bit about what you're going to be teaching and talking about this year's Funnel Hacking Live?
Well, okay. So speaking of cheat codes, one of the cheat codes that I have learned throughout the years is how to effectively launch products. And for the last 9 years for our signature program, we have never had a launch that has done less than $3.35 million. We've had between $3.35 million and $9 million launches and everything in between. Our average is right around $5.5 million a launch. And so that's pretty stinking crazy, because if you think about most businesses, like to make that much money in a very short period of time is unheard of. And so there's a cheat code to it. There's a process to it. And so what I'm excited about is, at Funnel Hacking Live, I'm going to break down that process. Like, what is it that we do that leads to those extraordinary results in a very short period of time? And so regardless of whether you have like an e-com product, a digital product, whether you're selling courses or memberships or high ticket stuff, It's all going to be relevant, and you're going to see the whole process and be able to apply it for yourselves to get exceptional results.
Yeah. The reason why I'm so excited for this is like in my world, it's interesting because we are so heavy on the funnel side, right? 'Cause I'm obsessed. Like everyone building the funnels, and then they build the funnel, and then it's like then they have to go get traffic, and there's this weird like gap in between where it's like you've created this cool thing. I don't have traffic yet. How do I do this? And I think what's going to be, I'm excited for you, Stu, to share this because I know the stuff you go through. A lot of times you see a launch, you're like, oh, I'm just going to do a launch. Like you see this, and it's like the tip of the iceberg, but it's like there's always other things that are happening to build up pressure and emotion and excitement and like get people into the buying frenzy where when you do open the doors, like it changes everything. I think for all of us, if we look at like right now, people build a funnel and then they put it out there and they're like, okay, now I'm going to go buy an ad. And they're trying little things. And then it's like this slow, like you're never in momentum versus like knowing, okay, I'm working on the funnel, but I'm also working on the launch strategy. So that when the funnel, like when these things are done, like there's pressure, excitement being built up, and then it's like it rolls into it. And then the business is fun, right? Like when you're launching a new funnel and you get like a sale once every 2 or 3 weeks, it's not fun. You launch a business and a whole bunch of sales come in because you orchestrated the launch ahead of time. That's when you like, it becomes addicting. It's like the most fun game in the world. So I'm pumped to help share that strategy so people understand how to actually execute on that.
Yeah. And here's what's interesting too about it, Russell. Like oftentimes we think that we've got to have an audience of like tens of thousands or even thousands to be able to effectively launch. And that's just not true. Like if you have 200 people in your audience or more, you can launch today. Like 200 people following you on Facebook or Instagram or YouTube subscribers or podcast listeners, like 200 people on an email, 200 clients. Like if you got 200 people in your audience right now, you can do a launch and the results will shock you. And as you said, Russell, it creates momentum. And so, Russell and I, we always, joke with each other and jab each other like, funnels versus launch versus funnel. Rah! They're actually like, it's the same thing. Cause like what we're doing is like, you're gaining momentum with a launch and you're maintaining that momentum with a strong funnel. It's like, they're not one or the other. They work together. And that's what I'm excited to show is like how those things complement each other so that you build maximum momentum in the beginning and carry that momentum forward with a great funnel.
Yeah. I'm so excited. This is the key for a lot of you guys. I think this is going to be one of the things that gets a lot of you guys to like get out of your own way because you'll know strategically as you're building a funnel, things you should be doing to create that momentum, which is going to be awesome. So Stu, thanks for coming and sharing that kind of stuff. It's going to be amazing. I'm curious. Again, I think we're 18 days away from Funnel Hacking Live. Do you have anything to throw in to sweeten the pot for anyone who's like on the fence, like trying to decide if they're going to come or not?
Yes, I do. Of course I do. Okay. So we have a process that we call our founding member launch process. And I've used this process to sell courses, memberships, masterminds, events, software. It's been the same process. In fact, this process is so effective, yet so simple that people could follow this process and launch something new by the end of today if they wanted to. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to include a training that breaks down that entire founding member launch process. And I'm going to provide people like the scripts and the prompts to be able to adjust the script so you know exactly what to say and how to say it to do your founding member launch. And so this is like the very first kind of launch. We're going to break down a variety of different launches during Funnel Hacking Live. This is the very first one. And I'm going to provide you the word for word scripts of what to say and how to do it.
Oh, so cool. I love that. Okay. So everyone who has their ticket to Funnel Hacking Live, we will get that from Stu and we'll put it in the members area. Then you just go to funnelhackinglive.com, click on the login link, go to the membership site. I'll put it in there with the speaker bonuses. And what's interesting, we only have one more speaker we're announcing on Monday. And then after that, we're pulling all the speaker bonuses away. So if you already have your tickets, congratulations, it's going to be in there. If you don't have your tickets yet, you're almost to the end of getting speaker bonuses, and some speakers are giving some crazy bonuses, Stu's included. So if you don't have your ticket yet, it's time to go get it this weekend. If you go to funnelhackinglive.com, that is the link. I had someone message me on Instagram yesterday. Like, I want to come to Funnel Hacking Live, but I can't find where to get tickets. I was like, okay, it's funnelhackinglive.com. .com. Not .net, not .org, .com, funnelhackinglive.com. That is the link. That's where you go. Get tickets for you, for a spouse. I recommend bringing your business partners. If you got kids, bring them. We have tons of young entrepreneurs in the room. I think we've got 4 or 5 like teenagers who have won the 2 Comma Club award in the past. So if you've got teenagers, they can and should be in that room. We can help inspire them, light them on fire, get them excited about entrepreneurship. But I would bring everyone you're able to, especially for this one, because this is the last time we're doing it. The last Funnel Hacking Live is in Las Vegas, February 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th. And it's going to be amazing. So, Stu, I'm excited to hang out with you in like 2.5 weeks from now. Dude, it's
going to be epic. I mean, to me, if you're an entrepreneur, all you need to do is come away from this event with one idea that will pay for this entire experience. And I know from the people that are there and the people that'll be sharing, you're going to come away with way more than one idea. But if all you do is come away with one, it's going to pay for itself. And so like, sometimes we just got to, give ourselves the gift of putting ourselves in the right place at the right time. And that is going to be in Las Vegas at Funnel Hacking Live. It's going to be an epic experience, and I can't wait to see everybody there.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Stu. Thank you, everybody. Everyone go get your tickets right now. In fact, what we're going to do is we're going to play a 3-minute video. This is a video showing you guys what happens inside Funnel Hacking Live. So I want you to watch that video. So when the video's done, we'll end the stream, and then go get your tickets at funnelhackinglive.com for you, for your family, for your business partners. Bring them all. Come hang out for the last dance. It's going to be amazing. Like I said, we are very close to being sold out on tickets. We've sold out every year in the past, and it's going to happen again this year. So if you want to come, I would recommend locking in today. Plus, you lock in Stu's bonus and everybody else's, and those will be disappearing here soon too as well. So thank you, Stu. Thank you, everybody. With that said, let's cue the video. Check out Funnel Hacking Live, and then go get your tickets right now.
See you.
So many of us as entrepreneurs have limiting beliefs. We think money is something we should be afraid of. We should be afraid to lose it. We should be afraid to ask for it. What is being talked about here is how to overcome that.
What do you want, and why are you here?
I came to Funnel Hacking Live without a business.
I was working 2 jobs. I still didn't have enough.
I procrastinated my way into depression.
I'd just gotten out of a heavy addiction.
I was sued by multiple creditors.
This is not my life. This is not my life. I know I'm meant for more.
You find yourself lost, frustrated, disconnected,
because you have no fire.
Put your seatbelts on.
When you go, you don't know what you need. You don't really know what you're going to find. And then you find it.
When I got here, I was like,
I found my people.
Funnel Hacking Live is like coming home.
Raise your hand if you're like me and you're a hot mess.
I'm a hot mess!
I felt like Michael Jackson or something, you know what I'm saying? I felt like I was Prince.
This is a rock concert for entrepreneurs.
Dramatic demonstration.
Russell's gonna hate me for that. It's like my long lost ADHD family.
I can be myself. You don't have to put on this stereotypical business appearance.
I'm a firm believer that you can be really successful in business and still be like a really good person.
The most powerful force is economic force. I've been doing this now 20 years. I can't tell you the number of gurus who have come and gone and come and gone. If you want to grow a company today, this is the way.
You and I are going to demonstrate how powerful the focused human mind can be.
You have got a map. That's the key.
There aren't many things that can take you from 0 to generational wealth in less than a year. We literally have people that came here with a big idea, got super turned on, took the information, and then they go home and they do it.
I'm going to tell you how I get paid every single month from my kitchen with my phone.
This piece makes the content come alive.
I like the cutting edge strategies.
We need to know what's working right now.
That's the most effective and the fastest path to success in today's market.
Once I saw the results I was getting, I knew we were onto something really big.
We teach you how we're adding over 1,000 people per day to our membership programs.
I want to reach in and grab your heart and be like, wake up! Because some of you have a calling. Unless you are open, you will get nothing. You will say, hey, we just had Dwayne Johnson's son double do a presentation.
I get paid the same amount of money whether they go home smart or stupid. You know, it don't matter to them.
Now, how many of you in the room are going, man, I don't have a team? Let me see your hand. Okay, do me a favor. Look to your left, look to your right. You have a team.
The way to win this game of business is together.
When ESPN said, "Ben, you can't do it," I said, "Oh yeah, watch me, watch me."
Like, come out here and blow fire up your ass.
How many people ready to get your first pick from the world? Somebody said that's me.
It's like an Oscar show or something.
I give you permission to say goodbye to the past and hello to whatever future you want to have. I'm giving you permission right now.
Give your family a chance.
You are meant to shine.
Go find your people, they need you.
Say it from your doggone heart. I can. I will. I must. Because they counting on me.